Okay, we see example 2. Let f r minus 7 by 5 to r minus 3 by 5 be the function defined by, sorry, not this function. Okay, see, first illustration we select. So that f r to r, fx is 3x plus 5 by 7. Another function g also r to r and gx equal to 7x minus 5 by 3 are inverse functions of each other. Question what? Prove that or show that given function f and function g, they are inverses of each other. In short, g is inverse of f and f is inverse of g. What to do in this one? We check our definition. You know, in definition just we discussed when f a to b and other function what? G b to a, such that g o f is I a and f o g I b, then function g called inverse of f and function f is called inverse of g. It means inverses of each other. But what under condition? G O f I a and f o g I b. So now we come to our questions. Our function both running r to r, f r to r, g r to r. So obviously g o f r to r and f o g r to r are both well defined function. Now question is to check. Where there we have to check g o f I a, but what g o f here? If you write g o f, then it is r to r and r to r means r to r. And because g o f r to r, here we have to show g o f should be equal to IR. IR means identity function on r. Same way f o g is r to r. So here we have to check f o g equal to IR or not. That is identity function of r or not. If g o f IR, f o g also IR, then we say f and g inverses of each other, otherwise not. So let's verify. X belongs to R. What is calculation g o f of x? So as you know, g of fx we write first. Now what fx rule? You look in your given data, fx rule 3x plus 5 by 7. So you write down in place of fx, and now we have g of 3x plus 5 by 7. Now look at the rule of g. What gx rule? 7 times x, 7 times this x, then minus 5 and divide by 3. Whatever this number you multiply by 7, then you subtract 5 and divide by 3. So here g of this type of number. So multiply this 3x plus 5 by 7 by 7. Then first one, then minus 5 and divide by 3. Just you rule again check. Gx rule look, 7 times x minus 5 by 3. So this g of 3x plus 5 by 7 means 7 times of this number minus 5 upon 3. I hope you clear now. Now 7 cancel. So what we see, 3x plus 5 minus 5 upon 3. Now 5 cancel. Then 3x by 3. Then 3 cancel and x. X is nothing but IR of x by definition of identity function. Because you know every x belongs to R, IR of x is x. So therefore GOF equal to IR here obtained. Same way you go for FOG of x. For FOG of x also start x belongs to R. What is FOG of x? The f of gx. What gx rule? That you write down first. 7x minus 5 by 3. So f of 7x minus 5 by 3. Now what is f of this? You follow rule fx. Now look at carefully. fx is 3 times x plus 5 by 7. So what is f of 7x minus 5 by 3? Should be 3 times of this number plus 5 upon 7. See now this way. So you get 3 times 7x minus 5 by 3 plus 5 upon 7. Ultimately 3 cancel, then 5 cancel, then 7 cancel, x and IR of x. You can verify yourself. FOG equal to IR. So by definition we say that inverse of G is F and inverse of G is F. That is F inverse equals G and G inverse equal F. That means F and G are inverses of each other. Clear it? And one thing you remember always in your mind, if inverse function of X exists, then it must be unique. It must be unique. That means one and only one inverse exists. If inverse possible for your function, then it should be unique. And that type of example given in your exercise that we see later on. Now last number, example 2, means second illustration. Question is what? Let f r minus 7 by 5 to r minus 3 by 5, this way, be the function defined by 3x plus 4 upon 5x minus 7, then find its inverse function if it exists. So how we check if it exists? Means we show function 1, 1 and on 2. If function 1, 1 and on 2, then and only function f has inverse. Then we call it is invertible, not otherwise. So whenever you have this type of question, find its inverse if it exists, it means you have to examine whether f is 1, 1 or on 2 not. So here to examine whether function f has its inverse function or not, we have to examine whether f is 1, 1 and on 2 or not. So if f is 1, 1 and on 2 both, then and only then f inverse exists. Always remember these steps. Now that's why we go for checking 1, 1ness. For 1, 1ness, we start let x1, x2 belongs to domain f, that is r minus 7 by 5, such that fx1 equal to fx2. Now fx1 equal to fx2, so what? So we see 3x1 plus 4 by 5x1 minus 7 equal to 3x2 plus 4 by 5x2 minus 7. By cross product, you know how to write cross product. Then you multiply, means product these two factors. So 3x1 and 5x2 means 15x1 x2 minus 21x1 plus 20x2 minus 28. Same way other side. 5 into 3, 15x1 x2, then plus 20x1 minus 21x2 and minus 28. So in both the sides you see two terms are same. See 15x1 x2 cancel and minus 28 cancel. What remain? 4 term, 2 term on left side, right side 2 terms. So you collect them. See 21x negative take on right side and joint with 20x. So it should be 41x1. Am I right? Same way, that 21x1 joint with this 20x2 means 20x2 and plus 21x2, it means be 41x2. So one side 41x1, other side 41x2, 41 cancel and x1, x2 equal. So you know this is definition. Does x1, x2 belongs to domain f? Fx1 equal to fx2 implies x1 equal to x2 and therefore f is 1, 1. Now what about ontoness? Let y, you know in ontoness we start whenever R to R type function, general discussion we write let y belongs to codomain f such that fx should be y. So when fx is y, fx rule you have 3x plus 4 by 5x minus 7. So take here and minus equal to 7. Simplify and find out in terms of x. So for that purpose we cross product, right? 3x plus 4 equal to 5xy minus 7y. Now these are two terms of x. Write down gather 5xy minus 3x and other side 7y plus 4. X common, so 5y minus 3 equal to 7y plus 4. So what is x? 7y plus 4 upon 5y minus 3. It should be in domain f. You remember domain f is given r minus 7 by 5. It means your x should not be 7 by 5. So let's check whether it is clear or not. Suppose x 7 by 5, then what happened? So I check here by putting x 7 by 5 this side remain as it is, and then you take cross product. Simplify. The 5 7s are 35y minus 21. Other side also 35y but plus 20. 35y cancel, The one side you get minus 21, other side you get 20. It indicates what we choose x 7 by 5 is not obvious, because this is absurd result. This is not true. One side negative 21 and other side 20. How it possible? So therefore 7 by 5 not possible, and that's why what domain f we select, r minus 7 by 5 is correct. In fact, our x what we obtain is in domain f. Now at this x, you have to check fx equal to y or not. If it is, then only then we say onto. See, thus for every y belongs to codomain f, if x is 7y plus 4 by 5y minus 3 belongs to domain f, such that f of x, so f of x means x value, write down this 7y plus 4 by 5y minus 3. Now we again write f of value, that is 3 times this much value plus 4 upon 5 times this much value minus 7. This is our rule, 3x plus 4 by 5x minus 7. So simplification gives direct y. You check yourself, very simple. F is onto function. Thus f is 1, 1 and onto both. So it is bijective and therefore f inverse exists. Now to say here, what is f inverse function? So we easily write this way. Look at, when fxy, and because of function has inverse, I can write x is f inverse y. Just like taking x, f other side. X equal to f inverse y. Both side applying f inverse. So f inverse of fx equal to f inverse y. And f inverse of fx means f inverse of f, that is IR of x, that is x. So x equal to f inverse y. In fact, x we have already obtained. X is what? 7y plus 4 upon 5y minus 3. The same x value we write down here. So in this way f inverse y value we obtain. So once again I repeat, fxy, that means x f inverse y. But x we obtain already, so that value right here, and is f inverse y. So in short, general tradition write function, every function in x form. So what we write, f inverse, remember structure reverse. You know f function from r minus 7 by 5 to r minus 3 by 5. This is r minus 3 by 5 to r minus 7 by 5. And what we get rule, so that we write in x form f inverse x, 7x plus 4 by 5x minus 3. Now this next two theorems, which are we accept without proof. Look at theorem 1, a very simple one. F a to b, g b to c and h c to d means three functions. Then always ho of gof equal to ho gof means composition function satisfy associative law. I again repeat, composition function not satisfy commutative law, means composition operation does not satisfy commutative law, but it satisfy associative law always. એ આવું એક કોન્ટ્રાડિક્શનવાળું સ્ટેટમેન્ટ છે, તમને મગજમાં નહીં થશે એવું. તો યાદ રાખો કે કોમ્પોઝિશન ફંક્શન એટલે ઓપરેશન કોમ્પોઝિશન જે છે એ કોમ્યુટેટિવ લો સેટિસ્ફાઈ કરતું નથી, પણ એસોસિએટિવ હંમેશા સેટિસ્ફાઈ કરે. થિયરમ 2, ઇફ એફ એ ટુ બી જી બી ટુ સી be two invertible function, means both have inverse, then obviously GOF is also invertible. GOF is also inverse, but what GOF inverse, our rules yaad rakho, GOF inverse is F inverse OG inverse. F inverse first, OG inverse. Okay, next time we see exercise 1.3. But all before that, you go through this composition function and inverse function. Then and only then you can understand exercise. Okay, next time we see exercise 1.3.